Okay, in a couple days, it'll be 3 months since I got my new Bible. This is it. It is the Journaling Study Bible by Crossway. It's an ESV. And my tassel, I've shown this before. But I'm going to do just a quick flip through. I did mine in the sections 512, sorry, 5512. And I put in these plastic transparent sheets as dividers, but it really didn't help me at all. So I made these tags, and I'll make a video of how I made these tags. I just used a paper punch and some junk mail, like those flyers, and then I glued the 3 pieces on. And to glue it onto the plastic, I used the fabric glue, and then I used a glue stick on this one. This is God in every book of the Bible. So I put this on architect paper. I love it. It's thin. It's very nice. It's tough too. So just some things that I've done. I did mine in stencils and Tim Holtz ink because I just had a ton. And when I first started, I always start with the book Ruth. And so I went ahead and did the Bad Girls of the Bible by Liz Curtis Higgs. And then I made some tags of the women that I was studying, like Rahab. And let's see. And then these, I put in these just because. But it's this journal, and the paper in it was too thick for me to use in my Bible, so I cut out the pictures and I'm using them in here, so you'll see a few of those. Then I also have this one, and it has some beautiful stuff, but I wanted mine all in earth tones. I don't do like fluorescent highlighters and stuff like that. So I would pick out like some browns. So yeah, man, it is hot. I'm in one of our empty apartments and it doesn't have electricity. So there are lots of mistakes on the page. They bled through, or I smudged them, or whatever. And here's Ruth. And then it has 2-inch margins, so I put my notes on the side. And then I did the David study by Beth Moore. So I did some of these in browns, but my browns were like dead, so I'll go over those. And I started out with washi tape, and I didn't like it at all, but I put permanent glue stick underneath, and it just made the edge stiff, so I didn't care for it. This was Giant Defiant Faith. This was Bathsheba. And then I'll be doing a video because I'm going to put this one in between 1st and 2nd Kings, even though it's Hebrews. And it will just go in there like that. And then I have a wonderful friend. She actually is one of my tenants. And we leave each other stuff on our doorstops. And she left this one for me today. And this was what I was working on. And let's see. I live in this thing. So this I did like the outside in this green, and then I used the just the stencil brush of the ink to do if I wanted to highlight a passage. So I don't highlight a whole lot. The last Bible I had Post-it notes just everywhere and ribbons and whatever. And it became like it lost its meaning after a while, that, what were the Post-its for and whatever. So I just quit. If that's you, I'm thrilled. I'm not smart enough to do that. So these are another section. This goes to wisdom and poetry. And let me see. And then this is just scrapbook paper, and I went around the edges in gold. Be written on the back. And then these I just did like ferns on this one, and then I did these other little ferny things on this side. I'm skipping around. Now, more scrapbook paper, and I used this scrapbook paper to make the butterfly tabs on the top, and then the section tabs on the side, which I stiffened these up, but these two back here, they're not, so I'll have to redo those. So I just decided, this is my Bible. I love it, and I'm going to play in it because I'm in it all the time. So I make junk journals too. So I just kind of divided the both. I can use inks and stencils and whatever. So now I've been this, I think, is crushed olives. I'm not sure. This is the apostles and how each died. And then I love this so much. In The Chosen, this is the calling of Thaddeus. So I wrote it out. And this is The Chosen, season 5, episode 8. I love it. So I had to have it. And then I've been a lot in Luke. I don't like gold. I like silver, but I went with it because it was what was on the Bible. And then, so I just have a few highlighters here and there. And more architect paper. So I wrote this way in columns on the front, and if I have notes on the back, I put those sideways, like old letters were. So it wasn't one-on-one all over the page. I hope that makes sense. And this is a alcohol ink, and it's a pearl. I don't recommend it, but I'll be going over these inks. And then if it came through the other side, I put the stencil on the other side and went over it, mostly. But I have, tons of pages done in here. I've really learned a lot. This was The Woman at the Well. And these were some stencils that I picked up at my thrift store, which all of this stuff except the Bible was at my thrift store. Sorry, that's my mini schnauzer. And this is the adulteress caught in the act, so to speak. So I'm just flipping willy-nilly here and there. And this was the women. The thing is by Beth Moore, and it's called I Am Lydia. And Paul was veered over to Macedonia, and he didn't know why. And they didn't have the 10 men that it took to make a synagogue. So they went down to the river to pray, and they ran into the ladies. I love this story. Okay. And then this is Paul's letters here. Some more of those journaling spots. This one, I just did some butterflies, and these are cheap. They're just stencils from Walmart. I was in Timothy. So like I did in Luke, if it was one lesson, I did notes on the left and the right. And if I came into another lesson where it was the same chapters, then I cut the architect paper and wrote my notes on it, and then stuck it in to the Bible. So and this was the Cosmic Chessboard, and that is Priscilla Shirer. And so I went Who Moved Between God and Satan. And then I just went over this with a stencil in gold. They're just Tim Holtz stencils. I've had them forever, and honestly I didn't know what to do with them. And let me see. Getting to the end. Yeah. So when you flip through, maybe that's not a good example, but you can see the colors, and it kind of helps you flip to where you're flipping. Well, it worked for me. I don't recommend the gold on the paper. I mean, I can read it, but it catches a lot of sun, light. So anyhow, this is what I've been doing. And these are the pens that I chose. They're either $8.99 or $6.99, and I order them from Amazon, and they're a 003, so they're really, really fine, you know. So I write so hard and press so hard that it just ruins the pen. So anyways, there we go. There's my 3-month flip through, and I appreciate you watching, and I'll be doing some how-to videos of how I added pages and how I did my tabs and whatnot. So thank you for watching. Leave me a comment. I would appreciate it. Have a great day. Bye.